I want to describe a moment. You've been at an opening or a fair or on a call, and someone's looking at your work and something shifts in them. You can see it. They lean in, their voice changes, they start telling you what it reminds them of. The moment is alive. And then you say, "Oh, I'm so glad that resonates with you." And they say, "Thank you." And they walk away. In the next 8 minutes, I want to show you exactly what happened in that moment and what it needed instead. This video is based on a fully researched article. I'll tell you how to get it before the video is over. Here is the baseline. That moment, the one where the interest was real and the conversation was warm, was not a failure of confidence on your part. It wasn't bad timing. It was a decision you made without knowing you made it. You decided the relationship mattered more than the ask, that naming the price would change something, that the moment was too delicate to risk. So you protected the moment instead of completing it, and then they walked away, and the work stayed on the wall. The plan is simple. Close the loop, not with a pitch, not with pressure, with one warm, direct sentence that gives the other person the chance to say yes. That's it. That's the whole plan. But before that can happen, you need to understand why you didn't do it to begin with, because the reason runs deeper than just nerves. When I work with artists and I ask them why they didn't ask, I hear the same things every single time. I didn't want to make it transactional. It felt like the wrong moment. I thought if they were serious that they would have asked me. Every one of those narratives has the same function. It explains why you couldn't ask without requiring you to examine what you were actually afraid of. Daniel Kahneman's research on loss aversion, foundational to behavioral economics, shows that the psychological pain of a potential loss is roughly twice as powerful as the pleasure of an equivalent gain. Your brain is making a calculation. The potential pain of a no outweighs the potential gain of a yes. So it finds a reason not to ask, and the calculation is wrong. What you were actually afraid of was this: finding out the interest wasn't real. As long as you don't ask, the possibility stays open. The moment you ask, it collapses into an answer, and the answer might be no. Not asking keeps the dream alive. Asking risks ending it. That is why the ask feels like the dangerous thing, when it is actually the only thing that moves you forward. This video is based on a fully researched article that goes deeper into the psychology and gives you the exact scripts for the warm conversation, the follow-up, and the cold ask. Click the link below to read the full article and become a VIP. It's free. You'll get access to every article in the series as it comes out, and we can interact better as well. Here is what changes everything. Tali Sharrow's research on the optimism bias shows that when left to their own conclusions, potential buyers stay in a comfortable state of passive interest. The ask introduces an external prompt that converts internal feeling into external decision. The person standing in front of your work is likely feeling more than they're showing. They're not waiting for more information. They're waiting for permission to act on what they already feel. And your ask is that permission. And then there are the follow-ups. The people who came to the opening and didn't buy, the collectors who said they loved the new series, the person who asked if you ever did commissions. You drafted the message 3 times and you decided it was too late. Robert Cialdini's research on commitment and consistency shows that people who have expressed interest are psychologically primed to follow through, but only if the opportunity to act is made explicit. Interest that is not met with a clear next step fades. Not because they changed their mind, but because the moment of readiness passed without a door to walk through. Your follow-up is not chasing. It is closing the loop that should have closed in the original conversation. Here is what that moment actually needed. Not a pitch, not a transformation of a good conversation into something uncomfortable. Just this: "I'm so glad This piece is actually available, and I would love for it to go to someone who connects with it this way. Can I tell you about that? That's it. Warm, direct, an invitation. It doesn't break the moment, it extends it. And the follow-up, the one you've been meaning to send, looks like this. Hey, I've been thinking about our conversation. The piece you connected with is still available. I don't know if the timing is right, but I wanted to reach back out before it finds a home elsewhere. Can we talk about that? Short, honest, no performance, just the ask. There are people in your world right now who connected with your work and then they went quiet. They're not lost. They're an open loop waiting for a prompt. Send that message today. Before you go, drop a comment below with one moment where the sale was right there and you didn't ask. Just one, and be specific, because the moment of naming it is the beginning of changing it. And click the link below also to read the full article and become a VIP so you get every article in this series the moment it comes out. Asking for the sale is not an easy thing to do. It takes practice, it takes repetition, and 9.9 times out of 10, it takes accountability guidance to let you know you're doing an amazing job. So if you can send that follow-up or make that call that you know is right there, see if you can do it now and come back and share it here. We are going to be the first to cheer you on.